My first guest, you'll probably know him from the NBC show, the Deal or No Deal. It's awesome. And Howie do it, of course. Please welcome Canadian wonderkind Howie Mandel, everybody.
Thank you.
See, I did that thing because I know you've got a touch of the OCD about the contact, so I just did that instead.
Well, I love that. I wish everybody, I wish that would just take off, that there was no more touching.
Yeah, all right.
No more touching. You know, my wife usually feels the same way, too.
No more touching? I don't know. I thought you were getting better with it.
No, I'm not. I have OCD, and this whole, the swine flu thing is
it must be driving you, because
No, I actually feel...
What? Whoa!
No, I feel like the whole world. It's like a big I told you so. Now the world...
Cool. Well, yeah, a little bit.
Last time I was here, you had a little cough.
A little cough.
And now look what happened. It blossomed into the swine flu.
That wasn't... I'm not responsible for the swine flu.
Oh, I didn't know. All right, so let's move on. No, but I mean, it's like they're telling you to wash your hands. They're telling you to wash your hands like crazy. Don't touch things. Don't touch... And now the whole world is living like Howie Mandel. It's fun.
Wait. Not many of us are carrying our things in our pants like that.
No, this is great.
Are you choosing...
No, they just gave me pants backstage, and somebody came. I didn't have any. When I come to a show naked, and then I make a decision.
Right.
But anyway, somebody brought me pants, and this is the. I think it's the tag from the pants, but I'm going to leave it because it's a good napkin at the urinal. You know, a couple seconds.
Urinal napkins?
Yeah, urinal napkin. That way, I don't even have to touch myself. I just a little napkin. It brings a whole new meaning to wet nap.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought you were just choosing swatches for your...
No,
you know.
Yes, for the drapes, the upholstery. What I see is drapes. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
Oh, listen, congratulations, by the way. Congratulations, you just got nominated for an Emmy.
I did. For the game show host. Daytime game show host. And I'll tell you something. I was just watching the show today. It airs every day. It's syndicated every day. Check your local listings. I was watching myself, and I thought, God, I am great. So what a coincidence that I was nominated, and hopefully I'll win. I don't... What?
What happened to you, man? You never used to be like that.
You know what? I got big-headed.
You got big-headed?
I did.
Because you were Canadian for such a long time. By the way, there's a guy over there.
Yes, I know.
He'll tell you where Toronto is if you want.
That's the man who invented GPS.
Yeah.
That's
really?
Gordon Peter Solomon. Yes.
I know where everything is.
Yes.
Now, how can I help everyone?
You know what made me big-headed? I have to tell you. I was talking... I'm not usually big-headed, but you have a producer who talked to me and Megan. She's right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Megan's over there.
And she talked to me yesterday, and she reminded me, you know, all the accolades we get, and just the fact that we have a job, that's a big accolade.
Don't include me in your Emmy accolade land.
No, I said we have a job, right? If you have a show. There's a lot of people out there that don't even have a show. But that's aren't there? What are you laughing at? You don't have a show. You're right, but
I think they're laughing because apparently if you're unemployed, you get free bonus
I know.
pills.
You know, I know why they're laughing. Because I watched the beginning of the show, and you told them to laugh because you said this was the worst show in the world.
Yeah, well,
so that's why. So let's not talk about that. Let's change the subject. But I'll go back to the subject you were talking about. Why did I become so big-headed?
Oh, yeah, why did you become big-headed?
Because of accolades. I'll tell you something. You get things in this business that nobody gives you. And I was talking to your producer on the phone, and she reminded me. She saw me tell this story, and it's a true story, and she didn't believe it. And she said, bring it in.
You carry all your stories around in pamphlet form?
I have a pamphlet story. I have a story. No, the pamphlet, because she didn't believe me. I talked about if you're in the West Valley, I'm not supposed to give the address. They don't want me to plug it, but I will tell you, what does it say? The waxing goddess.
The waxing goddess, body waxing. Yeah, it's a body waxing.
Okay, look at this. Yeah. Tell me you don't get big-headed when you see this. Look at this. Read that. Read that.
Wow, look at that.
Don't show the address.
Yeah.
What does that say?
The Howie Mandel. You can
for the ladies.
Look, it's there.
Yes. From $60 to $75. That's what gets me.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the area you have to cover, I think.
Well, ma'am, you have a huge lawn.
Wow.
We're gonna have.
Wow.
You know what also gets me? Like the instructions that I just read them. You made me pull this out. The instructions I read. Look at this. It says like it's going to be helpful in case you're going to be waxed.
Showering right before your service softens the hair and allows the hair to be removed with less discomfort.
Now, if they are removing the hair there, you think it's to make it easier, or do you think the showering, there's a whole other reason why they want the shower to That's what I think. I don't think this is right. And number two, this is what bothers me a little bit, because I live in this area, and my son, who's 19 years old, is doing very well, and he's dating. And I can imagine at one point it would be very off-putting to get wherever he's trying to get and find his dad there. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
I'm good.
So you ask why I'm big-headed.
You have a body waxing named after you. Most people go for a sandwich. Larry King has a sandwich. You know, I mean.
I have a taco.
Yeah. Well, You know.
I love it. I just see there's some people in the front row. He's explaining it to her.
Yeah. It's in Canada.
Yeah, right.
It's in Canada. Hey, listen, you were up in Vegas. I didn't see you. Paula came to see me. You were with Paula Abdul. Paula came to see me backstage, and you went.
I was shooting Howie Do It, and they set up the cameras. And in between scenes, I wanted to see your show. So every time I would do my work, and then I'd run into the room and see you.
My show?
And to see your show. He's hysterical.
Did you buy a ticket?
No. No, do you know who I am? I have vaginas like this. I don't have to buy tickets. But no, I didn't. But you're hysterical. If you get a chance at the you always play the MGM?
Usually,
the Hollywood Theater. If you get a
yeah.
chance and you're in Vegas or wherever he is, hysterical. I saw like 6 minutes, and then I went out and worked for half an hour, and then I came in and I saw another 4 minutes, and then it's very hard for me to...
These are the best 6 and 4 minutes I do. The rest of the time is just filler. I just talk about waxing that's named after me and stuff like that.
Do you like Vegas? Vegas is very hard for
me. Why? Oh, because of the cleanliness.
The cleanliness.
Everybody's
touching. I'm
yeah.
touching, but I have fun because I'm not really around crowds a lot, and that you have to be around crowds. I was telling I've done this with my wife a lot. It makes her mad, but it's fun to do. I do this in malls with my wife, but if you're in Vegas, you know how it's really crowded in the casino?
Yeah.
I'll do this in the casino. I'll be walking through the casino, and then every so often, for no reason at all, I'll go, oh, like that. I do that. Which is, it's not that funny in itself, but I swear to you, if you're in a crowded casino and you go, oh, like that, the guy right behind you, he'll do that too. And there's a great moment. There's a great moment right when I come to a stop where he goes, what was it? And I go, I don't know. And then I do that a lot. They've asked me not to walk through the casino.
No, don't walk through the casino.
No, so I go through the kitchen and I go to catch your act, and I do that. But my wife, the family likes to come. We go there and we do shopping in the restaurants and that. And
all right. You okay? Because we're done. We have to go to commercial, but I want you to let you settle before we go.
I've got to settle?
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah,
give me a second.
yeah.
Give me a second. Okay. All right. Go now. Go now.
Hi, Mandel, everybody. We'll be all right. Welcome back, and to our Norwegian viewers, Norwegians praise to come later in post-production. Wait a minute, how can you have post-production if you do the show live? Oh, ooh la la! No need for pixelation. My first guest tonight, well, here's a clue to who it is. Wait, don't give it away. He's written this very interesting book because he's a strange man. Funny, strange, complicated, adorable, all these things that I look for in a partner. Anyway, the book called Here's the Deal, Don't Touch Me. It's written by a gentleman called... It's a New York Times bestseller now as well. Oh, I wonder what that feels like. Oh, I don't need to wonder. I know. Please welcome the very lovely Howie Mandel, everybody.
good to be here.
It's lovely to see you. You
Yes.
look very well.
Thank you, author to author.
Yeah, and congratulations
Thank you.
on the
New York Times.
New York Times bestseller list.
Yes,
and you're celebrating by going parachuting later, I see.
Yes. I don't even know what this is. It's just
fantastic. Is what it is.
I don't know what it is. It's just something. It's an ensemble.
It's a ninja. It's a fashion ninja thing that's going on. It's awesome.
I'm a fashion ninja. That's
Yes.
what I've been known as.
I
When
know.
you think of ninja and fashion, you think Howie Mandel. I have always,
Tim Gunn, then Howie Mandel, I think.
in that order. Yes.
Sometimes.
So, but this is very exciting.
very
you know,
exciting.
like you said, for me, this is a whole new thing. And I'm not thrilled. I wasn't thrilled to, I got asked to write a book, and then I thought I'd have a funny book, and then hopefully it is funny, but then I realized how screwed up I am, and I put it there, and it's published, and I can't get it back.
No.
My book's very similar. I myself too in my book, and I know you did it in your book.
Oh, I did it during the commercial break. You did? Were you a bedwetter as a child?
Not in the bed, just out in public.
Really?
Yes, I have. Why is that funny? I wasn't in the bed.
Oh, listen, they love mental anguish. You should have
Yes,
seen them when I showed them the Munch's The Scream. They were like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, I know. I am mental anguish.
Yeah.
Mental anguish is me. I have a severe ADD, and as a kid, I would say, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'd go, and then there'd be a little noise or something shiny, and I'd be off that way, and then I wet myself. And I go, oh, I forgot I had to go to the bathroom. I would forget where I was going, and I would urinate all the time. I would just always, because I forgot. And they'd say, why didn't you go before? And I would say, I was, and then something came up. So
I'm terribly alarmed for you.
Why?
Well, this is in Canada where you grew up.
Yeah, so it was cold, so I would
so
freeze.
it's freeze, yes.
So I was always chipping icicles off my crotch.
Oh.
I was always...
Oh, that's what... Just chipping icicles off my crotch, Mom!
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think... But I would... And then I didn't want the kids to know that that was the issue, so that I would fall into the ditch. But the ditch was nowhere near the school, so I would have to run to the ditch. And they'd go, what happened? You fell in the ditch. And they go, the ditch is nowhere near here. I go, well, that was quite a tumble. I fell here and then rolled and rolled and rolled. And then
rolled onto a bus.
Yes.
And then took the bus to the ditch.
Yes, but I didn't want to. I'd be in the ditch, and then I'd realize I'm in the ditch. I don't want the germs, so I would jump out of the... It was a mess.
Oh, no,
it's a whole book here.
You had the germs even then?
I had the germs all the time.
Why are you worried about germs when you're in Canada? There's no germs in Canada.
No, I just don't touch things. I won't touch things.
Which is a problem, I have to tell you, for me, because, and I think many other people, because when you come, you're a very adorable, approachable man.
Thank you.
And so what I want to do is just go over and hug you and lick your head.
No.
I want to go over and mush myself up against you. I want to, get my saliva on you and stuff.
Well, I didn't want to do that. I don't. No,
It's just because I know you don't want me to do that.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind the.
You don't?
No,
No,
I don't.
okay,
I don't want that. I mean, but it's just the face-to-face. Well, I had children, so I did a lot of.
Right.
But there was no shaking hands. I never went. Honey, you wanna? I never did that.
So it's a deal then. We're going to have sex.
Yes. Look, no hands. Look, no hands. I can do it without hands. Yes.
Cirque du Soleil are also from Canada, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
If you see me in a public restroom, it's like Act 2 from any of those Cirque. You call it the Soleil?
Yes.
Yes, Cirque du Soleil?
That's what I call it.
Is it Soleil? I thought it was Soleil. Soleil. It's Soleil. Soleil, you say tomato. I'll say tomato.
I'll tell you why I say Soleil.
Tell me why.
Because that's how it's pronounced in Norway. So on this special night, hey, listen,
You know what Soleil means in Norwegian?
Look what I got, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's my. I don't use that.
Why not?
I don't, and I'm not disparaging. They might be a sponsor, and I don't mean to. But I used it so much. It's in my book. I used it when I had a talk show. Yes. I used to have an afternoon talk show, and I used to have that, and I had a bucket. I would soak in it, and then my friend gave me. He's a surgeon. He gave me that surgical wash. I would do that every time, like somebody came on in the commercial, and then I started getting warts all over my hands, and I didn't know. I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I had killed all my antibodies. It's good to have bacteria on your hands. I had nothing. So if I touched anything, I got like warts and horrible viruses all over my hands. So I don't use that anymore. Like it's more healthy for me. Now I just don't touch anything. So instead of this, I'm just hands-free. Everything is hands-free. I try. You should see me drive, like with the steering wheel.
Why don't you wear gloves?
I do. I have gloves. I wear gloves and
driving
masks.
gloves with you know they used to have the driving gloves with the little thing on the back. You look like James Bond, kind of
No,
like,
I will
hi,
drive.
chicks.
I'm
you know, and you can see chicks if you wear driving gloves.
No, I wear rubber. I have rubber. I have rubber gloves and I have masks. I am hermetically sealed. I have a hazmat suit. I have everything. I actually, it's not a joke. It's what I do. When the family's sick, when the family is sick, I have to dress up.
Do you get?
Look how it got awkwardly quiet for just a second.
I think everyone was kind of like, oh.
Now they just feel bad.
Do you get vaccinations?
No, I can't go to the doctor's office. Are you talking about like the H1N1?
Yeah.
What are the chances that my book would come out in the midst of this pandemic?
You're on a book tour. You got all these people going, Howie, I loved you ever since the beginning.
Right. And you know what
I'm not going to do it. So
and I'm not plugging. You notice I'm on television right now promoting my book, but I'm not telling you where I'm doing signings. And if you know where I'm going to be, don't show up. I don't want them to show up. You know what? If you want to... I won't say the dates. They're really mad.
Then
you know
don't go.
No, I don't. I have to go because that's contractually. I tweet. I'm on Twitter. Howie and Mandel. I'll talk to you. Just don't come near me. Don't touch me. Buy the book. I'll talk to you. 140 characters. We can have a conversation. Right? Do you tweet?
No.
No, that's the only way. That's for me. That's the new clean way of
What I do with my
communicating.
fans is I get up, I lick their hands,
No,
I get all in, I go like that, give them noogies, yeah. Well, I've only got one fan, and he's a dog, so that's what I do.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have a dog?
My wife has dogs. I don't touch the dogs, but she has them.
What kind of dogs?
A rescue. She has I don't know, they're
That's
like
not an actual breed of dog, you know.
But you know what she said? She rescued it from a homeless woman downtown. She rescued
What do you mean rescue? You mean she stole it from a hobo? She stole a hobo's dog?
Yeah, and she's so amazed.
It's my only consolation. No! My husband's Howie Mandel!
And she's fascinated by the fact that it's housebroken. I go, it's never been in a house. That's the only way. That's why it's outside. It sees carpet. It won't go on carpet.
Right.
Concrete.
What is this strange, bottom-threatening fiber?
Right.
Yes,
right.
that's what the dog's thinking.
Oh, that's what the dog's thinking.
Yeah,
I thought you were getting a weird feeling, and you were thinking.
Whenever you're here, I get a weird feeling.
That bottom-threatening fiber feeling?
I do. My
Really?
bottom twitches when I meet you.
Oh.
You said we could talk about anything because we don't touch.
Yes, but I don't want. It's bothering me. I feel very uncomfortable right now that your bottom is twitching.
It's not twitching anymore.
Oh, stop.
No, it stopped twitching around 1973, actually.
You said when you meet me, your bottom twitches. You didn't know me in 1973.
Didn't I, Howie?
The book.
That other child in the ditch, that was me. Howie, congratulations.
Thank you.
A stellar book, a strange and wonderful tale. Howie Mandel, everybody. Please welcome, he's dangerous and terrifying, Howie Mandel, everybody. Howie Mandel.
It's just great to be here in the studio.
Studio. To be fair, though,
yes.
That song that she wrote, it's in my head now. I mean, I'm like, studio.
You never know. There's going to be superstars launching out of America's Got Talent. There are. But before I talk about that, and we will, and that's why I do these shows to plug it. I just want to say...
I'm tired. You can talk about it in your damn leg.
I'm fascinated. Seriously, fascinated about the Shark Week that you actually swam with sharks. Because I'm also, I walked with caterpillars, which is not the same. And I don't have, had I known, I would have brought the pictures. But you're right up, it doesn't sound like much, but when you're right up close, you can actually feel a little bit, I felt like fuzz. I felt like I was wearing shoes, but I mean right up to them. And in the briefing before the...
Whoa, wait.
What?
Are you mocking me?
Ay, caramba!
You mocking me?
I cannot, I'm not mocking. I couldn't...
You're mocking me because I swam with sharks.
You know what?
You Canadian... Ow. What the... You can't come out here and... Look at that, man!
know, that's amazing. You know, I actually tried. I was in the Bahamas. I'll tell you a story. This is a true story. I was in the Bahamas and I saw people. You were obviously what do they call it? Certified?
Yeah.
Yes. So
certifiable. I think
yes.
you go ahead and do that.
So I saw these people talking about the gorgeous colors and the water and the ocean. They came out with their tanks, and I said to my wife, I said, I'll try that. I'll try that. But you have to be certified. I was not certified. So do you know where they train you?
Yeah, there.
In the pool.
Yeah, in the pool.
The
germ thing. Yeah,
no. So I'm in the guy goes and I rented. He gave me a wetsuit. He gave me a weight belt. He gave me the tanks and everything. And I'm in the pool.
Yeah.
I'm in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
I wanted to see beautiful tropical fish. I'm seeing fat people from the waist down. I'm not seeing any.
Hey, that's beautiful to some of us. All right.
All right.
Yeah. You find see the beauty in everything.
And then
you get under the water and you go, oh, okay.
But I felt like an idiot. There's 4-year-olds with floaties, and I'm wearing this whole sea hunt gear. And I said, why do I have to wear it? Like, why do I wear the wetsuit? He said it's to stay warm. I didn't know anything about. I'm wearing it. He says it's to stay warm. And I told him, I said, I'm cold anyhow. I felt cold. The water got in, and I felt cold. And you know what he told me to do in order to warm myself?
Pee-pee.
In myself.
Sure.
I would never.
I do that here in this studio. I just did it right there. Yeah.
I said to him, number one.
It's a little chilly. Hold on.
No. You know how disgusting. You're talking to a guy that can't shake hands. I'm wearing the suit. I wouldn't do it in my suit. And besides that, this is your suit. I rented this suit from you. I will not. And I'm wearing it. He said, "Don't worry, everyone does."
Right there.
Oh, look.
It's all right.
Look at that.
Don't worry, everyone does that.
I wet myself. I actually wet myself.
Right. Howie, I don't want you to panic. I can see you're spiraling down, man. Let it go. It's all right.
So that was my last time. I wouldn't put on the suit. I took off the suit. I spent a week in my room sandpapering myself. As I sit here on this show, I have no nipples. I was so freaked out by that. So I just commend you for being able to just even put on the suit, let alone go down to the sharks.
It's my suit.
That's why from now on I walk amongst the caterpillar.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Caterpillars are very dirty. Leave it. Don't worry about the mess down there. It's all right.
But look at what I did. What is the next guest going to think? I hope she's watching the monitor because Howie Mandel was on and then she comes out and there's a big wet spot.
That's the rules of show business. If you're second guest, you have to sit in the wet spot. That's what it is. That's the way show business is.
I love that. I love that.
Hey,
yes.
Tell me about the show. Come on, you're the new
America's
guest.
Got Talent. I love it. I love it. It is so exciting. It is so great. It's on every Tuesday and Wednesday on another network that you spit. It's a nice network.
No, it's just a habit I have. It's a tick.
Just a tick.
Yeah.
I spit. But I travel. I've been traveling a lot. One of my cohorts is Sharon Osbourne. Sharon, I travel. Somebody just dropped their keys. Somebody dropped their...
Sometimes it sounds like applause, but it's really just people dropping their keys.
So I've been carpooling with her. We fly all over the country. And you know, I won't fly...
You fly in a car?
No, I won't fly...
You chitty chitty bang bang? Me and Sharon flying around the country doing stuff. Do Howie and Sharon, they'll judge you. That's awesome.
But I scared her. She's mad at me now.
Why is
she mad at me now because I scared her? I fly private because I don't want
you got the germ thing and you're rich. That's okay. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, but she didn't want to come with me on the plane because she asked how old the plane was, and the plane was more than 30 years old, and she's concerned about being in. But I talked her into it.
Right.
And then when we took off, I told the pilot that she was really nervous, so I had the pilot. Once we leveled off, he came out and he went, "Does anybody have like a rubber band and a piece of tape?" And then he went back into the cockpit, and you hear like banging, and then he comes out and he goes, "I need like a hair clip." And Sharon is just sitting there, quiet, and I noticed she started to tear up a little bit. So I had to tell her it was just a joke. I was just kidding. But now it's fun, and it's changed my life, you know, because I judge. Now that I judge, people, you know, up until this year, people would come up to me and go, deal or no deal? That's what they would say to me.
Right.
And now, like I was in the elevator like 2 days ago someplace, and the guy started whistling, then he hummed, then he broke into a song, and then he's dancing. It's like everybody's like auditioning. They audition, you know, so it's like a whole dance number in the elevator. And the elevator's a tough place for me.
That's a hard place for you to be. All that. Can't you get a private celebrity elevator? I mean,
but you know what I do when it's crowded? You know what I do when it's crowded in an elevator, because I don't want people up against me?
Yeah.
I just stand quietly and smell my finger. People move away.
That's the way to do it.
They move. What is that? That is it. People always say
we're out of time, Howie. We're out of time. We can't have you smelling your finger anymore.
So that's it. So people who are just tuning in now, they see me smelling my finger and there's a big wet spot. What is this? Okay, America's Got Talent. It's on tomorrow night. Watch it. Tomorrow night at 9, and then Wednesday night at 9. Watch me. I'm terrific. It's a terrific show. Are we out of time?
Yeah, we're out of time. Hi, Mandel, everybody. Welcome back to the Countdown to Paris show. My first judge tonight. No, what I meant to say. My first guest tonight is a judge. I wonder if he'll let me approach the bench. He's a judge on America's Got Talent. It's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays on the NBC. Take a look at this. Howie Mandel, everybody. You don't like to touch me.
I get it.
Hey, Howie.
How are you?
I'm all right, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic.
You know, I have to say, I know that you're not mucking around. You really don't like people touching you. You got to think about it. That guy was really touching you.
He was touching me, and I had like a panic attack. And then I went home and I talked to my therapist, and
your therapist?
Why do you love that?
Does he live in your house? Your therapist?
Pretty much. He might as well. I bought him his house based on the amount of times that I've gone there, and now I'm even more medicated than I was last week. I am.
Are you medicated?
I am. I'm totally medicated.
Really?
As we speak, I am medicated. I have no idea where I am. But I know that you're
in a happy place.
I am in a happy place. I am. And congratulations. Paris. When you say Paris, are you talking France or California?
No, France. France. The place in France where the naked ladies dance, that's where I'm going. That's so amazing.
Yeah. And it's so much culture and so much.
Yeah, we're not going to do any of that.
Okay.
We're going to Paris, man. We're going to see naked ladies dance.
Wow. And this is next week you'll be there taping.
Unless this is a rerun, in which case I was there a few weeks ago.
Where was I?
You were here.
Oh, right.
But you were so heavily medicated, you didn't know.
I didn't know. So if I was here and you were in Paris, who am I talking to?
Conan O'Brien? Come on!
I have no idea.
Yeah!
But France is such a classy place and such a cool place. Why did you book me this week rather than next week when you were in Paris? Like, why? Who do you choose is going to Paris? Like, how do you get?
Kristen Bell is going. Kristen Bell is.
I see why you made the choice. I do see what you're saying.
Jean Reno. He's going to be one of the guests as well. He's that French movie star. You can touch him if you want.
I don't want to. I don't want to touch him.
No, but he doesn't mind. He's like, yes, touch me, of course.
He's like, they all say that in France, don't they?
Yeah, they like to be touched.
Do you speak French?
Oui.
In petit peu?
No, in big peu.
in a big peu. I don't speak any French.
You're Canadian by.
I am Canadian, but we both have become. You know, I got my American citizenship.
Oh, congratulations!
In the same year. Yeah. And this weekend, I just came in from Washington. I was just in D.C.
Really?
I love D.C.
And I got to get touched there.
Yes, I read that. I mean, they don't get touched. No, they just tweet. They just tweet their underpants.
Yeah.
They don't. It's not touching.
Was that the kind of thing that you like because you don't like to be touched? You just tweet.
That's what we did. I tweet my underpants, and my wife will tweet her panties back to me, and then apparently we have kids.
It's amazing that I know your kids doing okay.
I have 3 kids. They're all doing great. Can't wait for Father's Day. They're all going to be DNA tested to find out how many are Schwarzeneggers.
Yeah.
But you know, it is.
That's fair.
But I got I got a private tour of the White House. Have you been? You've been in the White House. I know you did that.
They don't ask
You did that
me to
press
go.
corps dinner. You didn't do the White
No,
House.
they didn't invite me to the White. I got to go to the hotel nearby and give a speech.
I was in
at
the White House.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
well,
cool
good for you.
if you get a
good.
chance.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
But you're not allowed to. You want to see some of the. You're not allowed. Normally, you're not allowed to take pictures, right?
You brought pictures?
You're not allowed. I did, but you're not allowed to. What are you looking?
I'm looking for the pictures. Where?
Why would I have put them there? Why would I? No, because I did bring pictures, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should have had them there because that's where you looked. No, I brought them. You're not allowed to take a camera into the White House, so I got, when they weren't looking.
Did you draw a picture?
Yes, a lot of them I did. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the. What camera do I?
Try that one over there.
Try that one.
Yeah, yeah.
This one over here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the blue room, and there's a beautiful painting right here, and it's and there's windows, and they have the chair. I mean, when you're there, you see it on TV, but when you're there, wait.
I like it. I like it. We're going to put it up on the refrigerator, Howie.
Okay, but there's more than that. Look at the next one. The next one. Look at that. That's where the State Department, where they have the state dinners. Look at the chandelier in this room.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Here, take a shot of another one.
Yeah, all right.
That's Michelle Obama's garden. I looked right out the window and I snapped the picture of the garden.
Yeah, and what's this one here?
You know what? I have no idea what this is, but it looks like that, and I just have to get a picture of it.
Well, I think the Secret Service will have something to say about these extremely accurate plans of the White House.
But I love
photography.
Sketching. Well, sketching. I don't like photography. I hate getting my picture taken. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand.
You don't like getting your picture taken. You don't like to be touched, and you're in show business. You're an idiot.
Well, you're not taking any pictures tonight, are you? You're not taking any pictures? You're not touching me? Wait, this is being recorded?
Yes! And many of the people in this crowd would like to touch you.
No, they wouldn't. Wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah.
But you know what? Unlike, on other shows, and I don't know that they could see this here, but there is a railing between the audience. It's
you gotta be careful.
Your audience. You don't want to feed them. You don't want them to come.
No.
Like usually, I do a lot of shows, and and you've done a lot of shows, and there'll be a stage. There'll be like this, and there'll be the cameras, and then there's seating.
Yeah.
In this particular audience, the people can't see it at home. There's an actual bar.
Oh yeah,
there's an actual. Do you have a problem with people trying to break through?
Yeah,
and touch
big problem. Yeah, people try to get out here.
Can you see the bar? Look! There's a lady. That lady's trying to get out. Yeah. They're trying to get out. Don't come through the bar.
Now, listen, I want to talk to you about the America's Got Talent show. And here's why. Because the three judges on the show, you're the only American and you used to be Canadian.
Right. Well, no, Sharon's also got her citizenship.
Oh, she has?
Yes. But I contend that, it's better and easier to judge from the outside looking in than from the inside looking within. Does that make any sense? No, you know what I mean? If you had a problem with your relationship, you would...
Howie.
No, but
I don't know.
You would go to a therapist because you want a third party. Why? How's an American...
You see, Americans have to go to a therapist to find out what's entertaining?
No, find out what's wrong with it. Did I say that?
No, kind of.
Again,
I twisted your words.
I'm going to readjust my medication because I didn't think I said that.
No, you didn't say that. I adjusted your words so that you kind of might have said it maybe later.
Does this run live or do you edit this? Is this going to make any sense?
Why edit this gold? Just let it go out. Let it go out.
Really?
Why edit it?
This is going fantastic. It is. I believe that I have a good eye for talent. But you know what I'm spending more time doing this year is bothering Piers. Piers Morgan. Have you had him on the show? No. Don't.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, he just, the fact that I exist seems to irk him.
Really?
Yes.
It might not be that. It might just be because he's English. You might just think that. Maybe he's just got, he's a problem with intimacy. He has that Hugh Grant thing, that kind of, I don't know, sort of like that.
Yeah, you're right.
It might be that. He might really like you, but he
takes
doesn't know
it
how
out
to
on
express his feelings.
He calls me names, and all last year, and it started to irk me, so I decided to make him an honest man this year. He's called me the most annoying man in America, and I spend every waking moment trying to be the most annoying man. And on last night's show, I lock him in his dressing. This wasn't part of the show, but they showed it. I took the soda machine and I pushed it in front of the door to his room when he was in there. And then
that's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah,
and then they said, 3 seconds, we're on the air, and he couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't come out of the air. And then I do that.
Hey, whoa, no.
What?
No, we're done.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I have another story. You do whatever you have to do. I'm going to tell. And then there was a time. I'm not going to stop this because you stopped.
I'm just getting set up for the end.
No, whatever. No, you can. I'm just going to continue telling stories, and I'm not going to stop. Just because I got things to do, it's not up to you when I'm finished my story. You can go to commercial. There was the other time sometimes when he hates an act, I will put the act. Sometimes when there's an act, I will take the act and purposely put them through and leave them in his dressing room just so that he will be annoyed. Oh, and then there was a time on AGT. This is my favorite story whatsoever. That he took the
Please welcome Howie Mandel, everybody. I'm good, man.
Good to see you. Okay, well, first of all, Sarah, they have a producer given to each, and she said, they don't like when the guests bring out props.
You mean Lisa?
Lisa.
Yeah.
I haven't called her Lisa all day.
You called her Sarah all day?
I called her Sarah.
She didn't tell you that because you're Howie Mandel and you're
Because
Canadian.
I was focused on, she said they don't like props. You come out and talk, no plan, no props. But you tell me no.
Oh, well, you've shown me. It's almost like you're deconstructing my deconstruction.
I am. Well, in fact, I saw the ending of the show and I thought, I missed me.
Yeah.
Was I good? No, because sometimes I'll go home and watch the show after I'm on, and then I'll try to stay up, and then I see the monologue, and then I fall asleep, and then I wake up, it's the end of the show, and I missed me. And I was actually here for the taping.
No, you were great.
And I thought that happened here.
You were great. And you know what was fantastic? You didn't bring out anything that you found backstage.
I
when
did.
You were here.
But this is it. I started a new hobby.
No.
I started taking pictures.
All right.
And I have taken these from the dressing room. That's
very nice.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Yeah. So I took that. Yeah.
That's lovely.
And on the way in.
Whoa, well, look at that.
That was in the dressing room. This was in the hallway. This is you and Regis. I saw this in the hallway. And I love this hobby. I'm going to keep doing it. So don't invite me over because I'll take your pictures. So that's it. I'm a picture taker. What? I am now a picture taker. What are you looking at? His hands?
Yeah.
One on the knee and one on the side, like this.
No. I'm looking at.
How many fingers?
He's got like 6 fingers on each hand.
There's a lot of fingers.
He's like, it's almost like, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know there's another 2 around there.
He has more fingers. You know what? They're probably false fingers. He probably has false fingers.
Why?
Because that's what Hollywood people do. You see,
that's
women have fake breasts, and a lot of the men have fake fingers. That way.
Now, Howie, far be it from me to suggest anything, but why would a man want a fake finger?
I don't know. People do strange things. People have I don't know why they'd want.
All right, tell me about the show. Tell me about the show. Tell me about the show. Yeah.
Is this a show about last week? But actually, on Wednesday, that's going to repeat at 8 o'clock, and then 9 there's a new one. You know what we're doing on the new one? Let me tell you about the new one. The new one.
Okay.
No, but you know what a flash mob is, right? People break into spontaneous.
Flash themselves. Everybody runs out and shows their junk.
That would be.
That's a flash mob.
That would be great. Look at my penis. Let's dance.
Yeah.
But why do you have one ball?
Testicle? Yes, but which one? Which one?
Is it do you have one testicle?
No,
I don't want to make fun. I don't want to make fun, but it.
Oh well, you would make fun of me if I have 2 testicles, but if I have 1, I'm suddenly. I don't need your sympathy, buddy. I have precision balance.
Yes, good at skateboarding. Right? One ball.
It's like a gyroscope down there.
A rudder. A rudder.
It's like some kind of steering mechanism.
I'm older. I'm not aware. On New Year's Eve, I went to Times Square and watched my balls drop.
Fair. All right, so what's happening?
So they break into dance. I saw that on YouTube, and I said, why don't I make this into a show? So if you have a secret that you want to convey to somebody that will change their life, we take them to a public place, and 1,000 people break out into dance and music, and that's how you learn the secret.
But Howie, you don't like being around that many people.
Not me. They do. I'm just a host. You see, I'm with 1 or 2 people. I'm just a host. But on Wednesday, a woman got pregnant, didn't tell her mother. Okay?
Right.
She had the baby, did not tell her mother.
I see.
And now the baby is 6 years old. He wants to tell her mother. Let's dance.
Yeah,
That's on at 9 o'clock on Wednesday. I mean, it's funny, but it's emotional and it's dangerous for a child to do.
Wait, maybe perhaps a little bit emotionally irresponsible.
But it's entertainment.
Well, there you are then.
This show is emotionally irresponsible, and you're enjoying
true.
it.
Yes, I have a nice... But the only people harmed here are the studio audience.
That's right. And during the show, I tweet live at Howie and Mandel. I noticed you tweeted today. You tweeted.
I tweeted
called
you.
Me an adorable shaved Canadian.
A shaved Canadian, that's you, buddy.
Share your sneeziness with. I didn't appreciate that.
It was a joke. I was going to pretend that I was ill because I know it kind of freaks you out. But I did have shingles.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah. Ah!
Wait, isn't that just roofing?
I had that too, but I also had shingles.
That's like chicken pox. It's painful.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Is it here? That's from eating meat.
It's not here.
You're not supposed to eat meat, right? You're not supposed to eat meat or protein. That's
What
how
the
you get
hell? If I can't eat meat or protein, then I'd end up like that. Mind you, you two look very well. Are you on some kind of strange Hollywood diet?
Yes, I did a sit-up 2 days ago.
Whoa.
And I'm about to do another.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sit up, thank you. You want to, Oh, okay. You done?
Yes. Okay.
So, listen, America's Got Talent.
Yes.
New judge.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern. See, that's a bit of class. First of all, he's American, which is great because he's the first American judge on Americans Got Talent. And I think that's important.
And the second Howard. So there's two Howards and an Osborne. Somebody said that's like H2O. And you can't live without H2O. So you can't live without America's Got Talent.
You're kind of like a promo machine.
I am.
Now, listen.
Mobbed on Wednesday. Oh, it wasn't even on. It wasn't a good machine.
Yeah. Here's the rule of thumb. Go for the camera you think's not working. That's your best bet.
I did the promo, and then it turned on.
Yeah, that's right. You should have been here earlier when I did the music cue thing. That was awesome.
I saw it. I was watching the show.
I thought you had missed it. You fell asleep, and then you only saw the end.
I
see. Yeah.
It's like PBS. Probably.
Not as easy as it looks.
It isn't.
No,
I don't play where you have to do all three letters, just one. That's how I play. I'm Canadian. There's 20% less of a game.
Doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
Does
Exchange like money. Let me.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah. We have to take a commercial break. We're doing a commercial break. We'll be right back with Howie Mandel. I much prefer not my favorite. I don't know the guy at all.
I think he genuinely didn't like me.
Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm talking to Howie Mandel. We're talking about Howard moving on.
This is not like when you're here live. I just want to say that at home they probably saw a whole commercial. Here we were just gone.
Yeah,
we were gone for a sec.
Yeah.
They went commercial and now we're back. I didn't have a chance to pee.
Ooh la la. With your mind, man.
Man, I wish. I just got back from vacation, so I am.
Don't try that talk show with me, buddy.
What's the talk show?
I just got back from vacation. I just bought a house. Forget it, buddy. That doesn't baguette wash here. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying I'm not quick yet.
Oh,
I'm not.
I thought you were going to tell me about your vacation. Have you just come back from vacation there?
Oh, don't try that talk show.
Tutti frutti. Hey, what are you talking about? Hey, so I heard you just bought a house.
Yes, and if I buy 4 more, I get a hotel.
Now you're back from vacation. Now listen. I'm very excited about you. Now, you know I'm a fan of Howard Stern. Maybe you don't know, but I am.
Didn't know.
No,
you just said it, and now I know.
Now you know. So I'm excited to see him on America's Got Talent.
So am I.
Because I think he'll be ruthless, but also enthusiastic if he sees something he likes.
And honest.
Yes.
And enthusiastic if he sees something he doesn't like. I love honesty on that show. And you know what I love about it even more? I love the controversy. I love that people are so up in arms about whether they're excited about having him or they think that it's the wrong thing. At least they're, you know, it's polarizing, and I think that's important. You can't watch TV.
Also in sunglasses. You want to have that in sunglasses. Polarized.
That's important.
That is important because
the UV
rays
could ruin your eyes.
Yeah.
And if you ruin an eye, you could lose a ball.
Exactly.
Yes.
One eye, one testicle. You know that song? One eye, one testicle, keep moving. One eye, one testicle, keep moving.
I don't know that song.
I just made it up.
I love it. Now, if you have one testicle and you're wearing a kilt, is there any...
Yes, less fabric.
What is that thing? What do they call that thing that they hang in front?
Uh-oh. Come on now. Come on, hey. Come on.
High five.
Oh, you're not gonna beat that. Come on.
I knew it was called that because I used to just scribble them, like I used to draw them on pieces of paper.
That was you?
That was little.
Rocky Dingo. Yeah, you won't let him say that either, will you? Yeah, it was funny though. It was funny,
My grandmother loved Scotland. She went to Scotland.
Oh yeah, my grandma loved it too.
My grandmother's no longer with us.
My grandma has also gone off to not Scotland.
Really? My grandmother, one thing I remember is she had huge feet. And you know what?
Was she a clown?
No. But you know what they say? It was true. Wasn't funny? She had a massive vagina.
Oh, he can say that, but you can't say. What's the canonical? Hi, we're out of time. How do you want to wrap it up? Mouth organ, awkward pause, big cash prize.
Big cash prize.
Big cash prize. What time is it,
Okay.
$50 American. That's yes.
What camera is working right now?
I have no idea. That one. $50 American. You can win it in any number of ways. You can answer a question, you can guess what's in my box, or you could perform some kind of act.
I want to answer a question. I really would like to answer a question.
Okay,
I feel like answering a question.
Okay, I'll ask you one. All right.
6.
Don't think I got that one.
Okay.
No.
Velvety.
Try, here on. All right.
I've answered 2 questions.
All right. Try.
And you have asked none. So I win! Wait.
Calm the Rocky down.
All right.
Iceland is in the North Atlantic. Its capital city is Reykjavik. Which country was originally a penal colony for unsavory British citizens?
What kind of colony? What kind of colony?
A penal colony. Yeah. That's real. You can't block that out.
Australia.
Is the correct answer. $50 American. We'll be right back. My first guest tonight is going America's Got Talent. He judges the kind of talent Americans have, even although he's not one. The show's on, well, I think he is actually. He's an American citizen, which is, you know, well, hey, that means I can judge other American. I'm an American citizen. I'm judging you right now. America's Got Talent is on Mondays and Tuesdays on NBC. Take a look at this. Howie Mandel, everybody. Howie Mandel.
Thank you.
Come on, Howie.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
guys know he's Canadian, right? Look it up. You'll embarrass him.
Thanks.
What's going on, man? Sit down.
Nah, I've been sitting all day.
Sit down. We had it cleaned. We had it cleaned.
No, it's not the dirt. Why do you have to sit? I've been sitting all day. You go to a party, you talk to people, you don't sit. I
always want to have a seat. Well, okay, I'm going to pretend that I'm a very small person that you met at a party.
I don't want to sit.
All right. Wow, Mandel, you're taller than I thought you'd be.
No, I'm
on TV. You look a regular size, but you're a monster. Are they all this big in Canada?
No, I'm just, this is in the way, too.
No.
Can't move this.
Don't touch it with your hand.
No, it's not that. I don't want to sit. Is it bad that I stand? No. It's not terrible. You stand, too.
Yeah, right.
So how you been?
All right.
It's good. Things have been good for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that episode where the guy had the puppet.
Yeah.
But he had that thing on his shoulder. It didn't do anything. He had built, there was a tube.
It's a misdirect. It's a misdirect.
Was that magic?
Yeah, it's a misdirect. He puts the puppet on his shoulder and then you forget he's standing up.
Really? And I was also listening to another thing I want to talk about. There's no segue here. The spelling bee, I find it fascinating now that they have a 6-year-old and kids aren't learning to spell because they're all doing what the kids are doing today? The spell check. So I assume, I was watching it because I wanted like the word is asterisk, spell asterisk, and there'd be some kid up there going, A-S, ay caramba. Like it would just, how it finishes?
That's a Canadian word, dude.
Why?
It's a Canadian word.
Oh, church people.
Oh, yeah, you swore in front of the church people.
I'm a Jew. Look at that. There's people. I'm a Jew.
I don't know that that's going to help.
You're from the church, and he's a boner. Isn't that what he said he was? He said he was a boner.
Church of Bonology.
Church of Bonology.
And each individual person is a
bone.
I really hate standing up, Howie. You really?
Yeah, I don't like
I'm not asking you to do it.
All right, then, thanks. I really...
You want me to sit down?
Well, only if you want to.
I don't want to, but you're forcing it.
I am.
And it's your show. Your show. Oh, this is so much better.
See?
You know what? I've been sitting in planes. I've been flying back and forth now because of Howard Stern. We're in New York, so I have to go to New York, and I sit
You have to make the show in New York because Howard's doing the show?
Howard lives in New York, and he's got a radio show, and that's what I do. I sit for 5 hours, and it's not fun for me. Sitting is not fun for me. And my wife comes with me, and she's not a good flyer, and that's not fun for me. No, this is a true story. This is not a joke.
Okay.
She is really deathly afraid of flying.
I used to be.
And what did you do?
I learned how to fly. I got my pilot's license.
So that's terrible. So now you know how to do it, but you're still terrified.
No. That's actually part of the test.
Really?
What do you do in an emergency? Yeah. Aren't you worried about the airplane? The airplanes are very dirty, Howie. They're very. I mean, even I'm not like you with the dirt, but when I go on the airplane, I'm like. You wear a mask, really,
yes.
for sure?
Well, sometimes.
Really?
If somebody's coughing, or I'll put on a mask. I carry masks with me.
Right.
Yes, it's a very tough life for me, but I have to do it. I do. I face my fears every day.
You probably have a bit of money. You could get a private airplane.
I have money. I still have the money you gave me. Last time I was on the show, I won the
$50?
I won the $50.
All right, big cash.
Touched it. It's like brand new. It was crisp. I like new money.
Oh no, we give it out in quarters now. You were here.
I won't touch that.
Why?
Because I don't touch change. I won't touch change. Money, paper money, I can wash.
Right.
Like the night before.
That's money laundering. You can go to jail for that. Are you a citizen now?
Yes.
All right.
I did the same thing as you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. They sang that Lee Greenwood song. We went down to the.
I'm proud to be an American.
Were you the only one everybody was crying, but I was the only one speaking English in the whole. Were you the?
Yeah.
Everybody was proud. I go, isn't this great? They go, can't. We're Americans.
Yeah. We're all Americans. It was a very moving ceremony, though. I loved it.
No, we stayed in one place.
I see what you did. I see what you did.
Thank you. I'll be here.
You took the word and then you moved it into a different area.
What did I move? The word.
But anyway, the meaning of the word. The meaning of the word.
But you keep your British or your Scottish citizenship?
Well, it's there.
But you do, right?
Yeah, but when you become an American, you have to say, well, look, if Scotland and America ever go at war, I'm in big trouble. That's all I'm saying.
Really? You'd be fighting with yourself. Now you know what it's like to be a mental case like me.
Yeah.
I have so many voices.
Yeah, I don't think you're a mental case. I think you got an issue with something.
I have issue and I have medication, and I'm all fine and happy.
Do you take medication?
I take a lot of medication. I'm medicated as we speak. Why is that funny?
Why is that funny? Oh, poor Howie. Is
Normally that would bother me, but I'm medicated.
Yeah, that's working. Now, to enjoy the type of medicated products that Howie enjoys, take a look at these commercials. We'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm trying to slow down a bit on the stand-up. The life's been out long.
You tired?
Yeah, a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with Howie Mandel. Hey, listen, you're Canadian. Do you follow the hockey?
Time flies when you're sitting through the commercials
Oh, yeah,
like that.
you go pretty fast, yeah.
That was really...
Well,
I didn't...
It's because you're medicated. That actually was a long period of time. That was a full 4 minutes or something of commercials.
No, it's gotta be. You didn't...
Yeah.
You went to a commercial at home. We didn't.
Oh,
you just stopped and went back on.
No.
That was a long time.
This show's live.
Is that true? Are you freaking me? Because the truth is...
Look, relax, all right?
I'm a hypochondriac. I thought we went to commercial, and then bang, we were talking again, and it's like if you ever...
You don't remember that time when you got up and you danced around during the commercial break?
No.
The audience was all clapping and you were dancing around with your pants off? You don't even remember that?
So you saw, I am a Jew.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you pointing at?
Cash prize?
Cash.
Mouth organ?
No.
That's never going to happen.
Never gonna happen. Here.
Awkward pause? No contact there with awkward pause. Although you might have one of those time-lapse things you had during the...
I'll try for the money, because it's
Well,
in a
you're not
bag.
going to touch it. It's in a bag.
But it's in a bag, but I could take that bag and trade it for clean... I give it to my wife. She can use the quarters in the laundromat to wash my other money.
You don't have a washing machine? You've got to be a millionaire. You don't have a washing machine in the laundromat?
I do, but not in that last piece that I did.
Fair enough. You want to go for the...
No, if you want me to, or not.
I know, I'll...
Yeah, awkward. You want an awkward pause? Can I awkwardly pause and then decide on the money? The whole evening seems very awkward.
I thought you were pausing.
If this is the pause, then you shouldn't be talking.
Well, you started talking.
I'm answering you.
You are a guest in my show. I'm trying to be polite.
This is the noisiest pause I've ever been part of.
Maybe that's a new thing. Noisy pause. Not an awkward pause, noisy pause.
That's like a mime who won't shut the hell up.
Or a very loud dog.
I don't get that one.
Noisy pause. Here comes the dog.
I got it. I love it.
Yeah, hey, and that was clean, too.
Oh, the church people.
All right. What time is it, Shallow Stevens?
It's time for the big cash prize.
Big cash prize, 2 ways to win. You can either answer a question or you can guess what's in my box. Here's how that works. I imagine a box in my head. I don't know what's in it. Only Jeff knows what's in the box. If you guess correctly, Jeff will tell us. If you guess incorrectly, I touch you, sneeze on you, and lick you. Or you can just answer a question.
I'll answer.
All right, yeah.
All right. That was an awkward pause.
Yeah, it was. I kind of freaked you out, but I would never do that to you.
No,
man.
no,
You
I know you would.
Yeah. All right, Iceland is in the North Atlantic. Its capital city is Reykjavik.
Correct.
Right. Thank you. Now's your chance to win.
Okay.
Before it became popular as a toy, what was Play-Doh used for? Was it B, a cleaning product?
You know, can I just tell you, Play-Doh, I always get Play-Doh and Silly Putty mixed up. And when I was a child, we didn't have money. Do you remember Silly Putty?
Yeah,
Did you have it as a kid
Well,
in
we
Scotland?
just
You know what it was?
potatoes.
Well, we used, and you could put it on the comic strips.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have Play-Doh. I used to, on hot, sweaty nights, I used to just press my testicles on the comic strips. And
That's where your germ thing comes from. It's a sexual shame thing.
And if there weren't church people here, I would show you Beetle Bailey right now. Okay.
All right,
What
so
would it be?
before it became popular as a toy, what was Play-Doh used for? Was it B, a cleaning product?
Mm-hmm. That's all the choices? I'll go with B.
Is the right answer! My next guest is a host and an executive producer and a Canadian. He's got a new game show. He is. He's got a new game show called Take It All, weeknights on NBC. Please welcome the adorable Howie Mandel, everybody. Howie Mandel.
You dance. Come on. You know what? I don't dance.
Come on, a little dance. A little dance.
I don't. Well, I don't. You know. I don't.
All right.
I don't dance. You know what's funny that you should say that? Because I was just backstage and you have another guest on the show, the lovely Olivia Williams.
Yeah.
Who says that she knows you from back in England. And she said that she did a movie with you. This is what she told me, and I have an image in my mind that I don't want, that you are a terrific salsa dancer.
Oh, yeah. That's.
But she's told me that, like, seriously. Like, you are a serious salsa dancer.
I can really salsa dance. Yeah, I can salsa. Latinas love me. Love me. Because I know you get that. The smaller that woman's back, you take her across the floor like you mean it, they love you for life, man. I'm telling you. You gotta do that.
I had no idea. So I have that image in my head, and I got a song. Whenever I come here, it's like an experience. I have a song. You know how you hear a song and then you can't get it out of your head?
Yes.
That happened to me here tonight.
What's the song?
I'm gonna do Christmas Carol.
That's my favorite. Come ready to cost any money to sing it.
And then the other thing is you using your testicles as puppets. You were talking about that. That's another image. I used to do something.
You touched me, man. You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm medicated. But you know what I used to do? I don't know if I could talk about this, but when I was a kid, you'll let it if it doesn't work.
We're live, man. But
I used to sit on the edge of the bed without pants on, and then you take a pair of glasses and you just rest a pair of glasses. Wait.
I'm waiting.
Okay. And then you take a cigarette and you put the cigarette. I put the cigarette between. So the cigarette was being held, so it looked like there was like a long nose. And there was a cigarette and glasses, and then if you move up and down on the bed, it looks like the little guy's talking. I didn't have friends.
This is good. I feel.
Now, you want to know what the embarrassing? I was once doing it. I was young, I was in my room and I'm doing that, and my mom walks in. You know what she says to me? I was so embarrassed, but she looks at me with like this, moving like that, and she looks at me and she goes, "You smoke?"
Well, maybe she wasn't talking to you.
I'm trying to cut down.
Yeah, wow.
Yes. I don't like them.
No, was the cigarette lit?
No.
Wow.
No, I didn't even inhale.
Hey, if you could, though, that would be a hell of a trick, if you don't mind me saying so. Now, if you can't salsa dance, that comes a pretty good close second. If you can do that, girls will love it if you can just do that. If you can make your...
Well, that's the great thing about being a guy. We have a friend.
Right. Yeah, we have a comedy prop at any point. We can, stick a pair of glasses on it, and off you go, yeah.
And it's also a handle. It makes you feel safe. You don't hang on. Don't you notice that in baseball or getting out of the shower? I'm always, like when you're naked, do you just stand? Do you just stand naked? Oh, you hang on. I always hang on.
Here's what I do when I'm naked. I just kind of lean.
A tripod.
Yeah, tripod.
You're
just lean.
Wow.
Yeah. Lean forward.
That's because you spend more time excited than I am.
Yeah, well.
And I don't want to give away like secrets, but it was very funny. I saw no, I won't tell.
What about you going to say something about the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to say anything about Santa while you're here, you bastard?
No, that's amazing. What a night. What a star-studded night to be here the same night as Ed and his lovely wife.
Lovely wife.
I didn't know Santa's first name was Ed. I didn't know.
Ed Claus.
I grew up Jewish. They didn't tell us that. It's Ed, huh?
Yeah.
Ed. All right.
Ed Claus Boyd.
Ed Claus Boyd and his RV.
Yeah.
So this is the new...
This is the new set, yeah. Tell me about your game show, by the way. You got a new game show? Take It All? Is it like Let's Make a Deal, but again?
I love that. No, it's like. Do you know what Secret Santa, White Elephant, Yankee Swap?
Oh yeah, I know where you are. Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's a Secret Santa. You give somebody a present, but you don't know what it is.
Right, so there's a pile of presents.
Right.
They take one, then the next person comes out, they could take yours, or they could take from the pile.
Well, they better not take mine, or I'll punch them in the face. How about that?
That is not one of our rules.
Okay,
you can't punch, but you can steal, and then ultimately, at the end of each round, who's ever holding the least valuable prize gets it taken away from them, and they go home. Until there are 2 people left with a ton of prizes, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Cars, hovercrafts.
Hovercrafts?
Yeah,
Hovercrafts?
Yes.
Wait.
You'll never see prizes like this in your life.
Military equipment we're talking about here?
Yes, we give away prizes like you've never seen before, and then they face off against each other in what is known as a prisoner's dilemma. So they can say, and they're allowed to bluff. So they can say, listen, I'm a single father, I don't have a job, I have 3 kids, I want to keep my hovercraft, I want to go to Hawaii, I want this special... I'm just gonna. Yeah. Now their hands are on an iPad, and they get to click in. They got 2 choices: keep mine or take it all. So I'm gonna keep mine. I just want to keep my stuff. Will you keep your stuff?
Sure.
Okay, so you say sure, and then I was bluffing because I will go. Take it all without you knowing. When it's revealed, you put keep mine, I put take it all. I take all mine, I take all yours. You have nothing, I have everything.
This is awful.
Well,
this is an awful thing. This is like...
no, it's not.
Yes, it's like Nazis invented a game show.
No,
it's like, yeah,
sometimes...
this game is called Take It All. I've got Poland. I will have Poland.
No, but sometimes there's been nights where people say what they mean, and they mean what they say, and they keep it, and they go home. You have a choice. You can keep what you have, and you go home with your stuff.
Yeah.
You could try to convince somebody.
But I'm concerned, Howie, that bad behavior will be rewarded in this game.
What is poker? When you bluff and you double down and everybody else, and then you take the ante and you had nothing in your hand, is that bad behavior?
I never played poker. I tell you what, I've done is it like a Rotterdam bugler? Is it a bit like that?
I don't know what that is, but I have an image.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you just don't know it's called that, but you know what it is. Like if I was to have one performed on you, you'd recognize it.
I don't want you to bugle my horn. I don't want you to. I mean, you're a gracious host, and it's a nice offer, but no, thank you.
All right then. Well, we're done. Hey,
can you smash a coconut?
Well, I wasn't going to smash it.
Okay, what do you want to do?
It kind of goes every... Well, I've got this new thing where we sit back, relax, and just take some me time. It just started
Before
tonight.
Before we do that, tell people to watch. It's only 2 more nights of Take It All. 9 o'clock after The Voice on Monday, and tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. That's the last 2, so it's an event. And now let's take some me time. How do 2 people take me time?
Well, you put your hands on this thing, and somebody says me time, and somebody else says me time, but I might be bluffing, and then I take your time now. You look great. You look great.
Thank you. I got to say, I want to say that this show, unlike it, well, it's very different. I love doing this show because it's fun and it's loose, but people don't understand that there's... I think this show has less rules than most of the other shows. Mm-hmm. It does, right?
Yes, I hope so.
The moment it starts from the monologue and the way the rabbit speaks.
Well, the rabbit, that's, you can't...
I know, even though you're bleeping, people at home could read its lips.
Yeah,
but the thing is that there's a lot of decisions you make on this show that you don't have to make on others. First of all, producer came backstage. This is not a joke. Producer came backstage and gave me a list to choose the color of mug I would like.
They've got to have something to do.
What show would you like, a red mug or a green mug? You notice I have no... Oh, I did get a mug. I didn't ask for that. That's not the color I ordered.
No, that's the color we give people that don't choose a color. We give them blue.
Because I'm colorblind. Don't
Are you colorblind?
I am.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Yellow.
Yeah.
And then the last thing she said before I went out, and if you give me rules, I don't want...
What's the rule? What's the rule?
Make sure that your eye contact is always with Craig. Who the hell am I talking to? Who else?
Do they say that?
They said that.
So I don't want to...
I don't want her. Why is that an issue? Like, why is that? I've never been told
it's as much as an issue as eating a pepper is a talent. It's not really a thing. It's just something on TV.
I know, but the thing is, have you had this problem? Because I've been here before and I've never been told that. Did you have, it's like Marty Feldman died. Was that a problem? Remember Marty Feldman?
He had the googly eye?
Yes,
Yeah.
so he had a wandering eye.
Yeah,
so if you have somebody with a wandering eye, then it's a problem. Otherwise, I don't see it's a problem. It's a good day for... I've been having a rough day. You know what?
No, please. Whoa. You know what? You know what they're doing? They're saying,
Please.
Howie, that's it. That bit's over. Move on. Do
Yes,
another bit. Do another thing, Howie. That's not working.
Remember, don't look directly at me. And I'm talking to the
Look
people...
at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm talking
Look at
to
me.
the people at home.
Take your clothes off.
Isn't that weird, though? Think about that. There are people, thousands of strangers. I would imagine you have thousands of viewers at home. At home.
You wise ass.
But there's people lying in their underpants just watching us talk. Isn't that...
That's the only reason I do the job, man. I love it.
Oh, my...
Hi, you guys.
I feel uncomfortable now. They really are. They're just...
Yeah, no, it's all right. Hey,
I'm wearing miracle socks. I just bought...
Let me see them.
I bought the socks, and on the box it said miracle socks.
What can you...
I'm going to try to turn that into wine.
Yeah. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Wait.
All right.
Can't rush a miracle.
Hey,
See, I can't do miracles
when
and
you're
look
doing
directly.
that.
I gotta look.
All right, yeah, that'll do. All right, there you go. Hey, you don't have any laces in your shoes there, buddy.
I don't have laces. You know that. That's my...
Oh, that's another one of your things.
That's my OCD.
Listen,
because
how
they
did
fall
all
on the
these-
floor. They fall... I don't touch that. I won't even touch my own testicles. I've reached a point in my career where I have other people to do that.
Can you fix me up with some of that? Because I find I'm touching mine every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like an addiction. I think I need other people to touch them for me.
Oh, you don't have a ball handler?
No,
You don't have that?
Well, define that. Someone who touches them or who handles them. I have someone
Handles
who
them.
represents them.
You have a...
Right.
Really?
Craig's balls will be available to, appear at your
I don't-
charity
I
function
don't-
for a price.
When you were talking about bedazzling your balls, I was just staring at this. I was staring at that thing.
That's what happened. That was the one I did.
Really?
Yeah.
And you put it on a pedestal.
You know your testicles do.
I do know my testicles.
Right. Well, I don't know. You don't touch them anymore.
We hang out each and every day.
Right. You know what? Do you have one hanging lower than the other?
No, one forward and one back.
Wow. Do you find you walk in circles a lot?
You know, as a kid, I don't know if you had this in Scotland. Did you have, maybe I talked about this on the show. Did you ever have silly putty? Do you know what silly putty is?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah,
So silly putty, what you used to do is you used to take the Sunday comics and you could put the silly putty on the Sunday comics and it would... I've reached a point in my career where I have other people to do that.
Can you fix me up with some of that? Because I find I'm touching mine every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like an addiction. I think I need other people to touch them for me.
Oh, you don't have a ball handler?
No,
You don't have that?
Well, define that. Someone who touches them or who handles them. I have someone
Handles
who
them.
represents them.
You have a...
Right.
Really?
Craig's balls will be available to, appear at your
I don't-
charity
I
function
don't-
for a price.
When you were talking about bedazzling your balls, I was just staring at this. I was staring at that thing.
That's what happened. That was the one I did.
Really?
Yeah.
And you put it on a pedestal.
You know your testicles do.
I do know my testicles.
Right. Well, I don't know. You don't touch them anymore.
We hang out each and every day.
Right. You know what? Do you have one hanging lower than the other?
No, one forward and one back.
Wow. Do you find you walk in circles a lot?
You know, as a kid, I don't know if you had this in Scotland. Did you have, maybe I talked about this on the show. Did you ever have silly putty? Do you know what silly putty is?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah,
So
yeah.
silly putty, what you used to do is you used to take the Sunday comics and you could put the silly putty on the Sunday comics and it would come off there.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, my parents wouldn't buy me silly putty, so I used to do it with my own testicles.
Oh,
and I
okay.
Yes.
Do you,
I
so
used
you
to-
still have...
I've got Beetle Bailey right there. I'm
Nice.
telling you.
Very nice.
Yeah. You know what? You laugh now, but I bet you everybody's going to go home and try. There's guys getting out of bed right now. There are people getting out of bed going, honey, get me the comic strips. I got to...
I don't know. I've only got one left. That one's there. I don't want to risk the other one by pressing it against.
No, but it's funny, little comic strips.
So you're saying to me you've pressed your testicles against comics earlier in your life?
Comic strip.
Ah!
Yes.
Did you really eat that red hot pepper?
I did.
Yeah,
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm an idiot. Yes.
Doesn't make you an idiot.
I didn't think. I have severe. Besides OCD, I have ADHD too, and part of ADHD, people talk about not being able to. Look at the horse. No, anyway, but a big problem is you don't think.
You see what he did?
You see what I did?
What he did was the people with ADHD, they have this thing where they.
Anyway, I don't think of the ramifications of things. So I do things, and then I don't.
That makes you a good comic, though. That makes you a good comedian. You go out there and
But I get in a
do
lot
stuff.
of trouble.
Well, that's what makes you a good comedian, too. You're going to get in
Yeah, because
trouble.
I don't think
Right,
about what I'm
and
going to
that
say.
makes you a great comedian.
Thank you.
You don't need to think or worry about your actions.
Now I'm thinking about not thinking and worrying.
I think you worry too much. You're right there. You
I'm
did it,
worried
and you
about-
didn't look me in the eye. I'm worried
sorry.
about that.
I am worried. This is like a really bad
have no
psychiatric
idea.
session. I go to them a lot, and I'm gonna just.
Are you
pass it
in
tonight.
therapy?
Yes.
Let's
Well,
take a
not
break.
in the moment.
No, oh, yes, you are.
I am.
Yeah. We'll take a break, and when we come back, I'll
Right.
be your therapist, and we'll do some therapy.
All right.
When we come back.
Go play some live.
A little better. He's working. I got him up the chimneys. He's fine. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Howie Mandel, who's my patient, because now what we're going to do is we're going to do some therapy. Like, you know how Jimmy Fallon does beer pong?
Okay.
Right, well, it's going to be like beer pong, except there's no beer, there's no pong, it's me and you, and it's a psychiatric session.
Are you being serious?
Absolutely. I'm your
because
therapist.
I do this like 3 times a week.
do too. Okay.
Are you medicated? No, I am.
I don't think it's appropriate that you ask me that as your therapist. Let me ask you, are you medicated?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes, I am.
okay. So what happened to you? Why are you afraid? Were you attacked by a germ when you were young?
You know, that's not a. It's a true story.
You were attacked by a germ?
I was.
What kind
no,
of-
you know, OCD is a chemical imbalance, and I have that. But they've traced it back to a trigger. You want to hear this is a real trigger that triggered me.
Trigger is a different type of horse.
When I was a little boy, this is not a funny story. When I was a little boy, my parents took me to the beach, and I got bit by a sandfly.
They're horrible.
Well, I've never even seen one, but I was told that I was bit by one, and then I got these, it looked like mosquito bites all over my body, and then I'd scratch them. They were itchy. I would scratch it, and then it would move under my skin. It laid its eggs, its larvae, in me. So I had all this crap just crawling around under my skin, and from that, I think I was traumatized. From that time on, everything I touch feels kind of ooky. Now, what I've done is I've been able to take a late night fun crowd and just freak them out and bring them down to nothing. So that sandfly is still affecting not only me, but everyone.
But here's the thing. I was never bitten by a sandfly ever in my life. I never once have any problem with sandfly or touching things. I'll touch anything you got. But I can still take a fun late night crowd and bring them down.
Can you do that?
Every damn night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of you. That's your niche.
That's my thing. That's when they come to write the history of late night, they'll say, and that guy, he could really sadden you up.
Right. But you know what? But now I'm a happy guy because there's nothing has laid in me. Nothing has laid any eggs in me. I've got nothing
That we
in
know
me.
of, Howie.
I've got nothing
that
in me.
we know of.
I don't even have a hamster in me. What are the stories?
Howie Mandel, everybody, we gotta go.
Thank you.
Howie, you look
Thank you.
sensational.
Thank you. You know, when you think, I said to somebody, they said, why should I watch a show? Like, what do you got? And I said, Heidi Klum and nudity.
Yeah. But
I
you
didn't tell them it wasn't together.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was Heidi Klum and a little short, hairy, naked man.
Well, you see, I'm in the
His name's
demographic
Vic
of that. I'm like, that's okay. That kind of works for me. Yeah.
He wants me to say his name, Vic Cohen. I said, would you do that? Would you get naked on our show? Only if you promote it. Vic Cohen. Can you imagine?
You've got naked Vic Cohen? How did you? You must have spent a lot of money.
Oh, like you wouldn't spend that kind of money to have him here. Anyway, I have to say that it's great to be back.
Really?
And
Are you sure?
I
don't
enjoy
know.
this show.
Really? I don't know. Sometimes I think you mock me when you...
I'm not mocking you.
Well, really?
You know what I like about the show? And I'm not kidding. There's doilies back. You're very, like,
Yes.
European.
It's like Downton Abbey back there. It's
There is,
like, yeah.
There's an actual doily, and I heard the term doily. I've never bought a doily. I've never been any place.
Well, you would like doilies because
What
you
are
put that...
doilies for?
There's a germ thing. You put them down and it stops germs transmitting.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Doilies they have holes. They have
So
holes.
the germs can't get through to baffle the germs. The germs are like, we'll cling on to this, and then they see the holes and like, oh.
Like we would put down a tissue. A tissue.
Bless you.
You got me.
Yeah.
But a doily is a tissue with holes. That's a cloth.
Right, yeah.
But you know what a doily? You said
Yeah, it's like one of these. But I know what a doily is. I'm from Britain.
Well, you got them all over the back. They're in
Yes,
the
I
back.
know. They breed back there. The conditions are right for them.
Doilies.
Wherever there's dampness and politeness combined, doilies breed.
Right. And why do you have a cloth? Why do you have a white cloth?
Because I go, watch, I do this.
Oh, really? Oh, my God.
So, how long are you in town, stranger?
Oh, my God. It's so weird.
Yeah, a little weird, yeah.
I've seen you do that on TV, but when you're in person,
Yeah, that's right.
it has a whole different...
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
So,
Whoa.
yeah. I like your jacket. That's skin
Yeah.
tight. That's one of them skin tight jackets, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't know that for me, watching somebody clean something is
Yeah.
like porn. So
You still got that thing?
What?
You still got the thing with the
Yeah. But that's like if I see somebody wearing like a hospital gown and a mask and those booties, to me that's better than lingerie.
Dude, you need therapy.
I do.
Yeah. And I'm here
I
to
don't
give
need
it
it.
to you.
I have it. But you
Yeah,
can.
do you go to therapy?
I
you get
do
psych-
go to therapy.
I do
You
too.
can talk to me. Go
I
ahead.
think no. All right. Here's the problem.
What's my
I'm
problem?
looking right up your pants. It looks like you have a kind of going on over there.
That looks... You know what it is?
What?
Those are not the pants. I put my thong on backwards.
We've all done that. I get there. I love therapy. It's awesome.
I do like it.
Yeah, no, if I did, I'd be a mess without it. I'm a mess with it, but I'd be even worse without it.
Really? How
Yeah.
often do you go?
Once a week now.
Do you? And
Yeah.
do you sit with the pipe and lean back?
No. I'm not the therapist.
No, I know. But have you ever met a therapist, that has done
Smokes a
that?
pipe? No. In fact, if I went to a therapist that sat back and smoked a pipe like that, I'd be like, I'm going to find a different therapist. This
Right.
person's clearly a charlatan. Look, they have a studio audience and everything.
Share my thoughts.
Yeah.
I would actually be I'm more comfortable in front of an audience than I am by myself. So
Me too.
if my therapist
Yeah.
would get a studio audience, I would be more open.
No, you wouldn't. What you would do is you'd start performing, and you would actually do the opposite of what you need to do, which is to go deep and find out what's causing this.
How much deeper can you get then?
Yeah, well. Can we say this? We can't say it.
Can't say.
Tootsie Fruitsie.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. This man is Canadian. He can say anything he wants about moose.
Why can you say? You can say.
Ow.
But you can't say.
ooh la la.
No,
You
you're
can't say
lying.
the camel one either.
The guy you're talking to, does he work here?
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay.
I think he just turns up with that podium and gives himself a sense of power.
Yes. That's what it is. A podium.
Yeah,
He just
it's a
has
podium,
Is he
yeah.
wearing pants?
Probably not. He doesn't want to get one of those things we were talking about. You know, when the moose, see when a moose, you're Canadian, so you've
Yes.
seen a moose close
Oh,
up,
who
right?
hasn't?
Right. So a moose, when it has it down near its hooves, that has little bumps, what are these bumps called?
Knuckles, right?
All right, can we say that? See, when you're talking about the actual thing you're talking about, you
Right.
can talk about it. But if it's some kind of weird sexual reference or slang, then you can't. That's the rules.
Creased testes. Can you say
Creased testes.
that? That's okay.
That's okay.
Yes.
Why creased, though?
Well,
because of
the
that.
in the
Yeah,
middle.
I see. Yeah. No, I see. No, I get it now.
To me, they're not a pretty thing to talk about anyway. It's like God gave up at the end once he created whatever he was creating.
Yeah,
and
just
then
tied it all up at the end.
That's it. It's like a to-go bag. I forgot.
it's
One
good
more
to
thing.
see you, man.
It's
Good
great. Is this a goodbye?
No. It's a commercial break, though.
I have to. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm tired out. I can't keep going. Take a break, and then I'm going to talk about some more stuff. I have one left in college. We're talking about.
Oh, we're back. We're talking about our kids.
Yeah, one's left in college. One is a teacher, and then one, my son, works with me, and he vlogs.
He vlogs?
At Alex Mandel. Go to his vlog site. He vlogs. It's
a blog, but in a video form?
In video, and he does great. He's come up with something that's actually taking off.
Really?
He does sober, drunk texting. He does.
Well, tell me what it is.
Well, he acts like he's drunk. Like, say there's a woman that he's got an eye on that he wants to. So you think you can say things when you're drunk. So he goes, hey, hey, I'm thinking I'm doing you. And like, he just types all this stuff. And they go, well, you've obviously partied too much. I just want to come over. And they go, okay. And then, but now he can drive. So he does.
I see. So
but he fakes like he's drunk so he can say whatever he wants, and then he goes.
Wait. This isn't honest. This isn't the way to start a relationship.
No, my son is so dishonest. I love him for that. He is the most. I'm living vicariously through my son.
Well, I mean, if this thing takes off, you don't have to work anymore. You can relax. You wouldn't be able to do that, though.
I can't relax.
No.
If I spend a moment with me, then it's not. That's why I run. So I run a lot.
You're right. It was good to see you're looking very thin. Are you running a lot?
I am. I'm running a lot. I run 7 miles a day. It's getting home that's so tough, because I'm always 7 miles from the house.
Well, run around the house. Take a circuit.
Then I'd look like an idiot. So I just run.
Well, perish the thought.
Can you pick me up? I'm on Fairfax. What have you been doing? I run, and then I get tired, and then I call people for a lift home. That's what I do.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. The people that don't like me in the car, because I'm very sweaty after 7 miles.
Well, you see, now you wouldn't like that, because you get a problem with people being sweaty near you. I know. Look. If I get near you, you don't like that.
You're sweating.
Well, I'm not sweating. I got my doily right here. That's why.
That is a doily.
See, that.
I can't sit for a minute. We were just in Hawaii, which was supposed to be relaxing, and I actually took a hula class. Why is that funny?
Because
you could tell a story with your hands. I didn't learn that. I could tell a story with one finger, but I'm learning how to use the whole.
You can say that, right? You just can't do it.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
No, but there's a whole story. There's a whole Hawaiian.
Oh, yes.
Have you heard this one?
Have you heard this one? No. Hi, Mandel, everybody.
Yeah, now I've just recently become more so. I have to touch wood 6 times. 6 times for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, and I have to make everyone around me do it as well.
Is this some kind of code for something? You really? That's not superstition, Emily. That's OCD. You got a problem.
That probably is.
No, it is. No, it is. You gotta go and see get some therapy for that. No, you really, or you'll end up completely Howie Mandel.
But it's
you gotta.
Oh, that with that.
Yeah, no, and all the kind of. Do you do that? I don't know.
I don't know. If someone
much.
convinces, I get really scared of like handshakes and fist pumps, and I always feel like I'm gonna.
I never said. What? I have no idea.
You went like this.
My face suddenly lapses into that sometimes.
Fist pumps. No. It's innocent. It's what we.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you don't like all of that then.
No, I get really. If someone comes in for do you know what I mean? When someone comes in for a handshake, you get scared that you're gonna miss it or something.
Well, that's all right. No one expects you to make it all the time.
It's true.
No, just pretend that you were going to do that anyway. So if you miss, you go, well, yeah. It's all right.
It's true.
I'm worried about you though with your OCD. We have to get you a good therapist. Are you in therapy?
It's very recent. No, I'm not.
There's your problem.
But it's a recent thing.
Well, you gotta go. You gotta go. Well, let's try it now.
All right.
All right.
Say something that is
I'm the
scary.
therapist. I control the session.
Okay, go.
Right there's your problem. You're looking for control in a universe
Yes.
which is perhaps a little more chaotic than you would have it. Oh, that's probably true.
Was that what you were just saying to me as a therapist?
Yeah.
You were very convincing because I was waiting for you to play the part of the therapist.
I'm
and you just
doing
did.
it right now.
It was very
Oh,
good.
would you like you probably want an
I just
Austrian
got more
accent.
of a,
yeah,
more of a voice, yeah.
So when did you first start to touch the objects?
When did I first start to touch?
You know, this... you like to touch the wood?
I love touching wood.
So, and you like to touch the wood 6 times?
Yeah, each. Every piece of wood I see.
How much wood do you see?
A lot.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you on your wood-finding capabilities. Perhaps a career as a lumberjack would interest you. But see, now this is helping.
That's very good.
It's helping me, anyway.
Now I feel really stupid for touching wood.
Never feel stupid for touching it. Never.
It's true.
No, do
But
not.
you've got to be limited with it, you know?
Well, okay, you know, you set your own boundaries, so yes, absolutely. But it's, you know, I think that there's a deeper problem there. Absolutely. You've got to look at
It's
it.
weird that it only started recently.
No,
you know?
has there been anything in your life happened recently, a big event?
Well, not like, I mean, not that was scary, you know?
It doesn't have to be scary, it can just be change.
Do you know the first time I did it actually was I went scuba diving with sharks and I started doing it then.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
that
they're
was
right
why.
there. It's fear. It's
Yeah.
absolutely fear.
Have you
You're
ever
trying
done that?
To,
Have you
what,
ever
scuba diving with
yeah.
sharks? All the time. And touched wood. I've got to be honest, I've touched wood more than I've been scuba diving with sharks. But I have done both, and recently.
Really?
Yeah. Where did you go scuba diving with
Bora
sharks?
Bora.
Oh, yeah, that sounds nice.
And I had kind of a sleepless night before, and then, you know, you jump in and the water's so clear there, and you just peek down and they're just everywhere.
Well,
Everywhere.
look, have you ever taken LSD?
No.
All right, I have a lot. And
Did
let
you
me-
go scuba diving on it?
No, I never went scuba diving on it, but I've taken it. I took it a lot when I was younger, and then when I older, serious cuz. And I'm not recommending that at all, by the way. I mean, really, I'm not, honestly. But then I learned to scuba dive later in life, when I went scuba diving and I came back from every dive that I came back from, it was a little bit like taking acid, in the sense that you come back, but you're never quite the same again.
No, because you have the spins a bit.
Yes, something happens.
But
every
did you come?
time.
Maybe you went up too quick. 'Cause that's what happens if you go up too quick. You
No,
get
it's
the
not a
spins.
physiological thing. I think it's more than that. I think
It's existential.
Absolutely existential.
I think it's an amazing experience, and
It's
I was
fantastic.
really a victim of Spielberg. I mean, I did not want to go in the ocean for sure.
That's not Stephen's fault.
Well, he is because you did Jaws.
Oh, the Jaws movie?
Yeah.
It's just a guy trying to make a buck.
And it actually is one of my favourite movies.
It's a great movie.
Amazing
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But I think maybe what I loved about scuba diving is that everything slows down when you're underneath there. Like, all you hear is like, and that's
Here we are
it.
back
And
at
it's
acid
like,
again, right there. I'm telling you, I think there's a correlation. I think you should look at this.
What, taking LSD?
No, gosh, no. No, absolutely not. No, I really, honestly don't do that. I wish I'd never done it.
Really?
Oh, it's terrible business.
Really? How many
What
years
happened
did
to
you
me?
do? You turned out all right.
I could have been somebody. Listen, we're out of time. We have to sell stuff. So, mouth organ or awkward pause?
Obviously mouth organ after the word talk. Let's do that.
All right, okay. Sorry, that's your one. This is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that one's clean. This one's got my boogers all over it.
Why would it have your boogers on it?
Because that's where I store
You
them.
shove it up your nose. Oh, look, it's brand new.
It's brand spanking
Do I
new.
get to keep it?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You can take it to your therapist
What should we
appointment.
play? Which end do you blow?
You know fine well which end you blow. Now go on. Can you play?
No, but we're going to give it a crack.
I like you a lot.
Do you cover it like that as well?
Yeah.
Isn't it just
Hey, you're not going to top that. Emily Blunt, everybody.